too legit to quit. What, you guys never heard of MC Hammer? So what I'm talking about today is balance. And I'm not talking about balancing shit on your triple beam, you know what I mean? I'm talking about work, recovery, and personal and whatever that has to do with, like IOP. So some people have families, they have kids, so their balance is going to be different what it would look like for like me. You know what I mean? So when I first got in recovery, like I was so busy going to meetings, like I was working a little bit, you know what I mean? But like just trying to figure things out. Then later on I got a sponsor. I started working the steps. I started adding more and more to my plate. I actually ended up adding so much that my sponsor said, no more adding any more obligations to yourself. So you don't get too stressed out. Like there was some days where I felt like I had it all covered, and then the days where I'm like, I have no time to do anything. You definitely need a personal care day. So what I do now is I work Monday through Friday from 6 to 2:30, so I get up at 4 a.m. So I go to bed earlier than most people, right? Because a lot of meetings end at 8:30, you know what I mean? So I work 6 to 2:30. Mondays are my most messed up day. That's why I usually don't film on Mondays. So I get off work at 2:30 usually. That's if the day goes smoothly, you know what I mean? Because anything can happen. That's life, you know what I mean? So I go to a house meeting at the Clinton Summer House I live at, and then from there I go to my home group. And then after that is usually get something to eat and then go home and get ready for bed to start the day all over again. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday I try to get at least 1 to 2 meetings in those days. And then Fridays, so every other Friday I go to a men's group, and then on those Fridays I don't go to the men's group, I go to a meeting. And then Saturday I have my Bible study, and then once a month I go to another committee where that's where I go out to treatment centers and do that thing. Well, so when I switched drugs, I switched to caffeine. You know what I mean? I got off the drugs and the alcohol because I don't use anything, and that's how I do my recovery. Not everybody is the same, you know what I mean? So I switched to caffeine, and I've gained so much weight that I'm fatter than I've ever been in my life. So yeah, I drink hella Mountain Dew, and I drink a lot of coffee, especially get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I just like coffee in general. Coffee and cigarettes is my vice, you know what I mean? So because of that, the other option is not available to me. Going out and using, nope, not happening. So I'm going to get a gym membership and start doing that. So that's what I'm doing, and like that's how I do my days. And then try to figure out time to do step work, and like if somebody wants to call and talk, or they're having an issue, or I'm having an issue, because we have real life problems, and that just is what happens, you know what I mean? Getting more and more immune to living a daily life, we're trying to become more and more normal, quote unquote. And so life throws things at us just like normal people problems, you know what I mean? So whatever it is that you need to work out your balance, like I said, if you have a wife and kids, you have IOP, if you're going to college, all these things you have to factor in, and what your balance looks at you. Balance to me might look something totally different than it looks to you, but just find your balance, find your groove, find what works for you, and work that, you know what I mean? That's what I said this, but somebody asked me to do this video, so this is what I'm doing. And I hope you all have a blessed day. I love you all. Stay clean and sober.